Hello and welcome to day 2. Now, every other day in the challenge, we are calming things down a little bit to give you an opportunity to reset and for your body to rest. So today we have a full body flow that is designed to be more relaxing than yesterday's class. We're still going to revisit some of the skills, but the options are there for you to dial it up or dial it down. When you are ready, we'll begin in child's pose. So you can either keep the knees together or open them wide. If you have sensitive knees here, there's also an option to rest a blanket underneath your knees or behind the backs of the knees so that the knees can't bend so much. Then walk your hands forwards, lower yourself down, and we'll take the first few breaths here just to tune in with the body. And just take note of how you're feeling today. Perhaps if it's the first time you've had all day to truly check in. Reach the arms as far forwards as you can, so you begin to feel a stretch along the sides of your torso. Keep walking the hands further away to increase that sensation. Take a full breath in through the nose and an audible exhale out. 2 more times. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. See if you can relax the body a little bit more. Final time. Inhale. Exhale to let go. Then come up into tabletop. You may remember our wrist prep sequence from yesterday. If not, it's okay. I'll go through it again. So with the fingers like this facing forwards, this is position 1. Then spin the hands so the fingers face these sides of the mat, or if it's accessible, keep spinning them round to face the knees for position 2. Pause for a breath in and out. Position 3, we flip the hands and face the fingers towards one another. Press the floor away. Pause for a breath in and out. Then we come back to position 1. A little bit quicker now. Move into position 2. Pause for a breath. With your exhale, come to position 3, flipping the hands, fingers facing one another. Pause for a breath in. Exhale. Position 1. Pause a moment. Spread your fingers, grip through the fingertips. Last time, spin the hands around, position 2. Keep a little bend in the elbows here if you're tempted to hyperextend. Then come to position 3. Push the floor away. Pause for a breath in. Exhale out. Come back to position 1. Spread your fingers, grip through your fingertips. And with an inhale, dip your belly, arch your back, cow pose. Drag your hands back towards your knees and notice if you can feel more sensation along the back body. With your exhale, push the floor away, round the spine, bring chin to chest. And try to lift the heart up to the sky. Inhale, cow pose. Drag the hands back. Exhale, push the floor away to cat. A few more times, moving at the pace of your breath. One more inhale. And exhale. Find a neutral spine. Then extend both legs, plank pose. Pause for a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. There's always the option to lower the knees down here. Try to move as slowly as you can as you bend the elbows, keep them close to the side of the body, lower down in one controlled line. Keep the hands back close to the lower ribs. Inhale, lift your chest. Use the strength in your back instead of pushing the hands into the mat. Exhale, push back to downward dog. Knees can stay bent, heels can stay raised. We're still warming up here, so you don't need to have much expectation of yourself right now. Pause for a breath in. Exhale out. Look forwards. Take baby steps to walk the feet to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Exhale all the breath out. You can keep a bend in the knees here. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. Fingertips can stay on the mat or come to the thighs for support. Exhale, step back to plank. Pause for a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga, modifying if you need, but focus on slowing down the movement. Inhale, option to revisit cobra, or perhaps you roll onto the tops of the feet and press through to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Perhaps this time you straighten the legs a little bit more. Pause for a breath in. Exhale out. Look forwards. This time you could hop, step, or jump to forward fold. Exhale all the breath out here. Inhale, this time we bend the knees, sit the hips back, reach the arms up. Utkatasana, chair pose. If you're arching your back like I know I have a tendency to, tuck your tailbone in between your legs so that you tilt your pelvis back and lengthen the lower back. Sit the hips back a little further. Weight is in the heels. Just letting the heat build in the body now. Focus your breath. Steady your gaze. Shift the weight into the right foot. Left foot steps back for high lunge. Inhale, cactus your arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades together so that you can open your chest. Perhaps you invite a little bit of a back bend here. Pause. With your next exhale, straighten the front leg. Arms can either reach forwards as you bring the chest level with the ground, or the hands could always come down to the mat, or a set of blocks if you have them. There's also the option to keep a slight bend in the front knee here. Inhale, rebend the front knee. Exhale, plant your hands, press the floor away, and bring your knee to your nose like we practiced in yesterday's class. So you're lifting right foot off the mat. Left knee could always be down if you're modifying here. Try to bring your thigh to your belly or as close as you can. Pause. With your exhale, step back to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, find your back bend of choice. Exhale, downward facing. Pause for a breath in. Exhale, hop, step, or jump to forward fold. Bending your knees. Inhale, chair pose. Make any adjustments you need to. Shift the weight back through your heels. And let the heat build. Shift weight into the left foot, right foot steps back, high lunge. Inhale as you cactus your arms. Invite that controlled back bend as you squeeze the shoulder blades together. And pause. Straighten the front leg, arms reach forwards as you fold halfway. Option to bring the hands down for support. You could also keep a slight bend in the front knee here. Inhale, rebend the front knee. Exhale, plant your hands, push the floor away, bring knee to nose. If you're modifying, right knee is down. Try to lift the thigh to the belly. Inhale. Exhale, step to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, find your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Open the hips so right side stacks over left. With your exhale, step through to warrior two. So plant the foot between the hands. Back foot opens out. Windmill the arms up. When you find warrior two, relax the shoulders, reach the arms apart. Gaze can be focused on the right middle finger. Flip the front palm. Inhale to reverse your warrior. Right arm reaches up. Left hand could rest on the leg or perhaps wrap behind the back. With your next exhale, lower the right hand down to the inside of the foot. Left arm reaches up for extended side angle. If you're feeling restricted here, then the right forearm could rest on the thigh so that you lift the chest to create space. There's also the option to explore a bind here. Right arm is wrapping around the back of the leg. Left arm is wrapping behind the back to draw the hands towards one another. Roll your shoulders back, broaden your chest. Release the bind if you're there. Look down for balance. Lower the left hand down for support. Then turn your back foot to face forwards and edge the right foot to the right side so you're coming into lizard. You can come up onto your fingertips here as I find it really helps. Open the chest. Pause for a breath in. Exhale out. Step the back foot to the outside of the left hand, and you can either sink the hips down into a squat or perhaps turn the feet open. Bend the knees and sink the hips a little further into malasana. Option to use the hands for support or bring hands into prayer. Pause for a breath in. Exhale. Step back to plank. Going straight into downward dog this time, piking the hips, push back. Inhale. Left leg lifts. Open the hip. Stack left side over right. Exhale, step through to warrior two. When you find warrior two, relax your shoulders, reach your arms apart, focus your gaze on the left middle finger. Then inhale, flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. As the left arm reaches up, right hand can rest on the leg or wrap behind the back. With your exhale, left hand comes down to the inside of the foot, right arm reaches up, extended side angle. Again, if you're restricted here, left forearm could be on the thigh. There's also the option to work towards the bind. Left arm is reaching round the back of the leg, right hand round the back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together to help broaden your chest here. Release the bind if you're there. Look down for balance and lower the right hand. Back foot turns to face forwards, and if you need more space, edge the left foot to the left side to find lizard. Again, if you found it helped, come up onto your fingertips. Inhale, open your chest here. Exhale, back foot steps to the outside of the right hand, either coming into your squat position or sinking further down into your malasana. Option to bring hands to prayer here. Use your fingertips on the mat for support. As you lift your hips, shuffle your feet together. Then find a crouching position, just like we did in yesterday's class. Plant the hands on the mat and either resting knees just above the elbows or further up the backs of the arms. Pick up your hips As you shift your weight forwards, you want to feel the weight is in the hands. And you're either playing around, just staying here, or lifting one foot and then the other, perhaps lifting both, maybe even working towards straightening the arms to come to crane. Keep gripping the mat with your fingertips. Shift the weight forwards. Good. Slowly lower down with control. Then come back into tabletop. If there is no energy in the tank today, take child's pose. If you're journeying with me to headstand, then from your tabletop, edge the knees closer. Bend the elbows, keep them in line with the wrists, and bring the crown of the head to the mat. And tuck your toes, lift your hips. And you may stay here, or you may feel confident to walk the feet forwards, bringing the hips over the shoulders. Option to stay here, or you could work towards resting the knees on the backs of the arms. Now, if your elbows are starting to escape out to the sides, squeeze them in so you keep your foundation solid. And the final option here would be to press through the hands. Lift the knees off the arms to come into a tuck position. Again, keeping those elbows in parallel. Pause a few breaths here. When you're ready to come down, lower down with control. See if you can reverse the way you came in. And then find child's pose, relaxing the arms by your side so we can take the effort completely off the upper body. And for the next few breaths, try to slow things down. Lift yourself up and come and lie down on your back. And as you lie down, feel free to take any little adjustments here so that you feel comfortable, ready for shavasana. And then when you're ready, settle in for this final minute or so of stillness. Deepen your breath. And breathe deeply into the back of your lungs. With each inhale, feel them expand and press into the mat. And as you become more aware of the space around you, start to move your fingers and toes. Hug the knees into your chest. And then roll onto your side. When you're ready, join me back in a seated position. Just keeping the eyes closed for now, staying in that place of peace that you've cultivated. Sit up tall, align your head with the base of your spine. And take a deep breath in through the nose. And an audible sigh out. When you're ready, open your eyes. Thank you so much for your time and your energy. I hope that you enjoyed day 2, and hopefully it was good to revisit some of the skills that we did in day 1. Maybe you felt a little bit more familiar. Maybe you surprised yourself when you were like, oh, I can actually do this, or at least it feels a little bit more possible today. Thank you again. I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.